Everybody seems to overcomplicate getting an aesthetic upper body. There's so much information out there that you end up wasting time doing 100 different exercises and injecting yourself with peptide AOT67, but still look the same month after month. But after working with thousands of anime nerds and unlocking my own anime physique, I've discovered that unlocking an aesthetic upper body is monkey brain simple. 5 exercises and 2 meals. And I'll show you exactly what all of these are. Now, the most important thing that separates a basic physique from an anime level physique is the back. And not just any back. I'm talking about a wide, thick, V-taper demon back. And to get that, you need to be able to train your lats, your entire upper back, and everything in between, which is why the first exercise on this list is the tucked front lever raise. Think of the front lever as like a horizontal version of a pull-up. Since you're hanging from the bar with your body completely parallel to the ground, you're activating your lats to keep yourself up and your upper back to keep the entire exercise stable. And since this is the tucked version, it makes it more achievable for even some beginners. And by doing the raises, pulling from an active dead hang into that position, it's gonna take your lats through a whole range of motion and destroys your upper back in the process. To perform it, hang from the bar, tuck your knees in and activate your scapula by bringing them away from your ears and bringing your shoulder blades back. Then with straight arms, pull your body up until it's parallel to the ground or a little higher. Hold for a little bit, then control the negative on the way down. If you're not able to do that just yet, start with something like scap pulls. Pull your body back, lean as far back as you can while keeping the upper back engaged. But some of you guys might be watching this and think, wow, the beginner level of this is still hard. Kevin, I'm gonna be weak forever. Oh no. Or maybe you're thinking, Kevin, I don't have any equipment. How am I supposed to do these exercises? I hate you. Don't worry, because I actually built you guys a free anime trainer app that solves exactly those 2 problems. You can plug in any exercise and it'll give you a beginner level regression that works for your strength level. So you can start building that aesthetic upper body no matter where you're starting from. And it also gives you guys at home, no equipment substitutions for any exercise with form tips and how to do them safely. It is completely free. So all you have to do is click the link in the description to get it. And I give it to you. Free gift. You're welcome. But a wide detailed back is not going to mean anything if you've got noodles dangling from your shoulders. Because no matter what anime character you're thinking of right now, whether it's Toji, Garo, or Sung Jinwoo, they all have thick, developed biceps to match their aesthetic back. So if we want those arms, we need an exercise that contributes to those biceps while also doing some work for the back, which is why the next exercise is going to be close grip chin-ups. Unlike a pull-up, a close grip chin-up brings your hands supinated, palms facing you, and brings your hands closer together. This is what's gonna shift that attention to your biceps. And the close grip I find to be more comfortable than the regular chin-up. Plus, you actually work your biceps slightly more when the grip is closer. To do these, as the exercise name suggests, it's not rocket science, get a close grip of the bar in a chin-up position. Then as you pull yourself up, imagine driving your elbows downwards like you're pulling something all the way to the floor. Squeeze at the top and then control the negative on the way down. That negative is very important because that eccentric motion, that lengthening motion, is what's going to cause the most growth for our biceps, so you must not be skipping this. Now, I know some of you guys might not have even a regular chin-up just yet. In that case, I would start off with the jackknife version of these. And with your feet on the floor, you're gonna be taking less load. I don't know why I did that. I'm not weird. But I know what most of you want more than anything when it comes to upper body aesthetics, and it's massive 3D round boulder shoulders. The ones that Garo has and the ones that make his V-taper look insane. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, oh, isn't the best exercise for shoulders lateral raises? And I understand why you think that way. You see guys in the gym repping like 60,000 lateral raises with 5-pound dumbbells as if they're just trying to fly. But that's not what we're gonna be doing here. Instead, we're gonna be doing vertical pushing. Think about it like this. If Garo wanted to build cannonball boulder shoulders, it would be much more effective to be pushing weight directly overhead than pushing sideways. Because overhead pressing is what forces not only your front delts to grow, but your side delts to grow insanely strong as well. And nothing is gonna load your shoulders more than your own body weight, which is why the best vertical pressing movement that you should be doing is wall handstand push-ups. And I say wall handstand push-ups because you can forget completely about the balancing and just focus on the strength and pushing yourself up. Now here's the thing, this is a bit of an advanced exercise. Some of you are gonna kick up to the wall, try attempting the move, and you're just gonna flail around like a newborn giraffe. In fact, one of my students was asking me about the wall handstand push-up because it is a quite difficult movement. How do you even get into the position and how do you do it without feeling completely awkward? First things first, do it with your back facing the wall. That way you have a foot as a pivot anchor, and the movement can be very smooth. You're not dragging your feet or your back up against the wall. Now, when it comes to the movement itself, as you go down, you want to lean forward slightly towards the wall. This is why you need some space between your hands and the wall by using your foot as that anchor. Your body's naturally going to angle a little. That's fine. Let it happen. Don't fight it. And lower yourself down until your head is just slightly above the floor. Then as you push up, drive your palms into the floor as if you're pressing the very world above your head. And you can use your support foot to guide you back up and actually pull against the wall to help assist you if you need it. Lock out your arms, squeeze your shoulders really hard, and then boom, you've done the rep. If this is still way too difficult, don't worry about wall handstand push-ups. Start with pike push-ups. It's a lot easier, strengthens your shoulders, and once you get stronger, you can move on to elevated pike push-ups. You can also practice just holding the wall handstand. That's going to give you the right body awareness, the right alignment, and help prepare you to be upside down when you start doing wall handstand push-ups. But we can't talk about an aesthetic upper body if we don't talk about the chest. Whether you want a chest like Baki or Maharaga for whatever reason, a fully developed aesthetic chest needs to be targeted from multiple angles. And you probably expect me to just say push-ups, and while push-ups are great and I absolutely love to do push-ups, there is a particular variation that I would do exclusively if I could only pick one chest exercise, and that would be ring push-ups. The rings add an instability to the push-up that your chest absolutely loves when it comes to growth. Because it's so unstable, your chest needs to work overtime in order to actually perform the repetitions, and you actually fatigue so much quicker than doing regular floor push-ups. Honestly, you can expect your reps to completely halve or even quarter once you start adding the rings. And if you're doing this for the first time, you're gonna be shaking more than Zenitsu when he first tried to tackle the demon. On top of the instability, the extra range of motion you get from using the rings helps to get a deeper stretch on the chest, which allows for even more growth. To perform it correctly, get into the push-up position, hands close together, then bring them out slightly wider than shoulder width, lower yourself down as deep as you can go, then push back up, bringing your hands together again. That extra movement of bringing your hands together actually activates the chest even more because you're adding an extra contraction to the process. And if you want to make these more fun and more difficult, you can do decline ring push-ups, which is going to target more upper chest and is going to be a lot more aesthetic looking. But let's be real, you could have the greatest chest, triceps, forearms, hands, fingers, knees, and toes, but imagine if you look like that and you had a stomach like this. Brother, ugh. A true anime physique, one that actually defines the anime physique and one that everybody wants to see, has a tight waist and aesthetic abs. And believe it or not, you can actually achieve this with just one single exercise. Now, I'm not just gonna throw the hardest variation at you because this is a relatively advanced exercise. So instead, we're gonna build up to it stage by stage. And it goes like this. Stage 1, the hollow body hold. Lie flat on the ground, press your lower back into the floor, keep your legs slightly elevated and your arms overhead. This is gonna activate those deep ab muscles, and it's one of the best exercises to start working on that aesthetic midsection. Next, stage 2 is the tucked dragon flag. Legs tucked right into your chest, supporting your lower body with a bench or the floor, lifting your legs with just your core. This is where your abs start teaming up with your lats and you start activating those abs in a different way than you've been before. Stage 3, advanced dragon flag. I think you're seeing the pattern here. Slightly extend your legs to bring your feet aligned with your hips, and now you're actually feeling it. Now you're questioning your life choices because the burn is very good. Stage 4, single leg dragon flag. One leg is extended, one leg is tucked. There's higher leverage and there's a lot more suffering. Stage 5, the straddle dragon flag. Spread your legs like a good boy. Spread your legs so you're close to the final form of this exercise. And now your abs start to feel it. Now you're starting to actually develop that six pack. And of course, the final stage, the full dragon flag. Your entire body rigid from shoulder to ankle, supporting your whole lower body with your core, and you're feeling it deep within your stomach. This whole progression stage is all about what is called anti-extension, meaning you're resisting your lower body being pulled down and having your back bend. This works a muscle deep in the core that actually shrinks and tightens your waist. It's hammering the lower abs because your legs are in full suspension. And of course, the upper abs need to support everything else. Bruce Lee is the guy who made this exercise famous, and it's one of the reasons he built his bulletproof abs. And of course, I'm not gonna argue with Bruce Lee. He would kick my ass. Now, to do any of these progressions, you wanna be able to lie on a flat surface and either grab something behind you like a bench or grab something that's slightly above you that you can hold on to. Then when you perform the repetitions, lower yourself as slowly as possible. And once you can hit 10 to 15 seconds on a progression or 10 to 15 reps on a progression, then you can move on to the next stage. But you can do all 5 of these exercises perfectly and successfully and still look exactly the same if you're dieting like Pig God. Now, when it comes to diet, you don't need a 500 multi-step, low fat, low carb, low gluten, low sugar, low IQ recipe. You actually only need 2 very simple meals that take no effort to make. Now, to get an aesthetic upper body, you need to build the muscle to show for it, but you also need to lose the fat so you're not covering up your hard work, which is why the first meal you're gonna need is a bulking meal, and the second one, a cutting meal. The bulking meal, it couldn't get any simpler. This is the thing that I use and eat every day reliably to steadily gain weight. The overall goal is to eat foods that are higher in caloric density. This way I can pack on the calories without feeling like I'm about to explode. It's very simple. Rice, fatty ground beef, fried eggs, sauerkraut, and a ton of fruit. Fatty ground beef is the star of the show. Nutrient dense and full of fat, which has tons of calories to pack on, so you don't need to eat a ton of it. Eggs are a no-brainer, high protein, taste delicious, and lots of vitamins and minerals in there. Aim for pasture-raised eggs because the chickens tend to be a little bit healthier, and a healthier chicken means a healthier you. Rice is gonna give you the carbohydrates to fuel you properly, and rice helps to increase your appetite, so if you struggle to eat, rice is a good go-to. Sauerkraut, because I like to have good gut health and healthy gut microbiome, I promise you, very crucial for overall health. And the fruit gives you fiber, but also has more calories as well than vegetables, so you will be putting on calories and you're gonna be bulking effortlessly. Now, the second meal is the one you want to get properly shredded. Now we're gonna go on the opposite end. We're gonna focus on low calorie density so that you don't feel like you're starving yourself if you're trying to lose fat. And here I like boiled sweet potato, lean ground beef, boiled eggs, kimchi, and a little bit less fruit. The lean ground beef is gonna keep the protein high, it's gonna keep costs low, which is very important, and it makes it very easy to cook because you can season ground beef with literally anything. I go boiled eggs here over fried because a lot less calories, and you can even go egg whites if you want to lower the calorie density even more. I go sweet potato instead of rice because very tasty. It is lower in calorie density and it has a lot of fiber, so it fills you up a lot quicker. I go kimchi over sauerkraut because I like to mix it up. I'm quirky like that. And of course, if you're eating less fruit, it's less calories overall, so it makes it much easier to stay in a deficit without overthinking it. But here's the thing, some of you guys are going to look at these meals, you're gonna eat them, you're gonna go through all the exercises, you're gonna do them perfectly, but you're still not gonna get the physique that you want. Not because the exercises don't work or that the meals aren't working for you, but you might be training for the wrong physique without even knowing it. So click this video right here if you want to learn how to train for every anime physique and to find out which physique is actually right for you.